Morning Dhamma Q&A program, the 5th of July 2025. 1. Respectful greetings to Venerable Teacher. I would like to ask, what is the difference between a person who is difficult to teach and a person who cannot be taught at all? If you encounter someone who cannot be taught, what should you do? Answer. A person who is difficult to teach is someone with a strong ego, attached to their own views, and does not readily accept Dhamma teachings but can still be guided to some extent. A person who cannot be taught is someone with deeply entrenched wrong views or biases, refusing to listen or reason altogether. When meeting someone who cannot be taught, I still try to teach them by showing how the advice given would benefit them personally, using compassion as the basis for teaching. If they still refuse to follow or practice, I let go and do not cling to the outcome, because even the Buddha could not teach those who were completely unteachable. 2. Respectful question to Venerable Teacher. Are there still monks nowadays who can enter deep jhana and fly? Why did the Buddha forbid monks from displaying supernatural powers? Answer. It is extremely rare nowadays for monks to enter such deep levels of jhana that enable them to display supernatural powers, as it requires intense meditation practice and pure precepts. The Buddha forbade monks from displaying supernatural powers because it would lead people to become fascinated by miracles rather than practicing Dhamma for the end of suffering, causing biased faith and boasting, which could damage the discipline. Instead, monks should teach Dhamma as the priority. If a monk displays supernatural powers, people would flock to that monk, while young monks or novices who are diligently practicing may not receive alms and would be unable to sustain the continuation of the Buddha's teachings. 3. Respectful greetings to Venerable Teacher. Between a layperson chanting sacred verses and a virtuous monk chanting which has greater merit. Answer. Chanting sacred verses are holy words, but the essential element is the mind of the chanter. If a virtuous monk with pure precepts and concentration chants, the chant carries greater power, because purity of precepts, concentration, and mind enhance the chant's effectiveness. However, if a layperson chants with faith and intention to do good, the chant still brings benefit. Therefore, one should maintain precepts along with chanting. 4. Respectful greetings, Venerable Teacher. Some groups discourage bowing to Buddha images, claiming that the Buddha did not teach this and that we should only pay homage to the Dhamma. Since bowing to Buddha images has been practiced for a long time, what should we do? They even say we should bury the images, which is disheartening. What is your view? Answer. Bowing to Buddha images is a way to recollect the virtues of the Buddha, not to worship statues themselves, but to pay homage to the Triple Gem. This practice serves as a skillful means to help the mind recollect the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Regarding the statement to bury Buddha images, if the images are not damaged, I believe it should not be done, as these images inspire faith, respect, and peace in the mind. We should bow mindfully while recollecting the Buddha's virtues. 5. Respectful greetings to Venerable Teacher. If someone breaks the third precept, sexual misconduct, is it true they will have to climb a thorny tree in hell after death? I am very afraid. Answer. The third precept relates to refraining from improper sexual conduct. If one breaks this precept and does not repent, make merit, dedicate merits, or re-observe the precepts, it may lead to an unfortunate rebirth after death. The image of climbing a thorny tree in hell is a figurative way to describe the suffering faced by those who commit severe sexual misconduct. However, if you realize the wrongdoing, sincerely intend to keep the precept, and regularly perform meritorious deeds, it will help lighten the heavy karma, and there is no need to be afraid if you continue practicing Dhamma. The sutta mentions that one may be reborn as an animal and be castrated 500 times, then be reborn as a woman with the mind of a man for 500 lives, and as a man with the mind of a woman for 500 lives, a cycle that is very long indeed. 6. Respectful greetings. Venerable teacher, how do monks eat while traveling on airplanes when the time zone differs from Thailand or the country they are departing from? Answer. I use the departure country's local time. For example, if I board the plane after midday, I will not take any further solid food until dawn the next day, observing the precept by abstaining from food while allowing tea or coffee. Upon arrival, I will eat according to the local time of the destination country. Long-distance travel may require fasting to maintain proper observance of the monastic discipline,